Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Adrienne. Hope you guys are doing good today. So today's video is going to be video number 2 in my Amazon 101 series. So today I'm going to be talking about day 1 of the 3-day training that you're going to be doing with Amazon. And I think in past, pre-pandemic, they were doing trainings in person, but of course with everything going on, the training is going to be virtual. So day 1 is actually a set of like 15 different modules that you're gonna do. They're gonna email you like login information, username, password, all of that. And there's actually there's like an app that you're gonna log into first. I can't think of the name of it right offhand, but it's kind of like Zoom, but no, you don't actually go on camera, it's just audio. So you get into that and it's like a little classroom with other participants in there. And then from there, your instructor will come on and then they'll like go over like the expectations of the day. So like, you're doing the 15 modules, you have a 30-minute lunch and 2 15-minute breaks. But here's the thing, those things are not monitored. So you could take them if you want, you could not take them if you want. If you wanted to just go ahead and work through all the modules, you could combine them, like whatever, it doesn't matter. They will be checking in periodically to make sure that you are still working on your modules, but it's pretty laid back and relaxed, okay? They will also give you your username and password in order to be able to log in and complete your module training. So the modules, I wanna say, the modules are not really difficult, but you do have to pay attention, obviously, because one, it's information that you're gonna need when you actually are out on the road, and two, because you're gonna be tested on them. So with each module, within each module, there's something like maybe, I want to say like between 3 and 5 videos that you're going to be watching. And at the end of each module, you get like a certificate for completing the module and then completing the little quiz, because there's a quiz at the end of each module as well. And like I said, I'm gonna print mine off actually, but I think I have like maybe 20 or 30 different little certificates. I'm just gonna, just for my own posterity, like just for my own sake, I just want to put it in like a folder and have it just to hang on to, because I have like quite a lot of like certificates and stuff. But you get a certificate for each one, so you'll have that. But yeah, so you go through and complete each video module. You'll watch a video. There's like a narrator that is reading off like what is on the screen. So it's good for like if you like to listen to someone else reading something, or if you are more visual and you want to see it yourself. But there's quizzes that all lead up to the final, which is at the end of the day. So the quizzes you can take however many times you need to in order to pass, right? But the final, you actually have 3 tries. And I think after the first try, they tell you in the little classroom at the beginning, they tell you if you fail the first time to let them know, and then they will kind of like go over whatever, you know, you may need help with to help you to be able to pass the second time around. Fortunately, I passed mine on the first go. And there is a final for day 1 and day 2. But for day 1, it's all of these modules, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it does get repetitive, especially once you move into day 2. It's like even more repetitive, but a little bit more in depth. But I promise you, like once you get through it, you'll actually, once you get out on the road, you're actually gonna call to use those things that you learned in the training. Like it might seem very basic and simple and like, God, doesn't everybody know this? But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's beneficial. Like I learned something new. Like I didn't realize that when you're driving like a big van, which is what we're driving, and you're by a curb, to turn your wheel, like your steering wheel, so that your wheels are facing the curb, so that if for some reason, some random reason, your vehicle like gets out of gear somehow, then it will like, it'll run into the curb. It won't roll off down the road. So I didn't realize that. Like I really did not know that. The training starts at 8 o'clock. And you have to be into the classroom, I think, by like 8:15. I think there was a person that was late though. So again, the whole process with Amazon is pretty laid back, it's pretty chill. What else? They say they slate for you to end about 3:30. But I actually left. I took my lunch and I actually left and went somewhere to get something to eat and came back home. And so it took me, I think I finished like right around 3:40, 3:45. But other than that, like, it was, the modules are really, like I said, you do want to pay attention because you're going to be quizzed on it, right? And you're going to get tested on it. So you want to pay attention to the information so that you can pass the test, right? Because nobody wants to take a test more than once, right? If you have any issues during training, you can always pop into chat, the little online little classroom that they have set up, and you can ask questions. Once you finish with the final, you have to pop back into chat anyway to let them know that you're finished. And then once you let them know that you're finished, they will actually like move forward with scheduling you for day 2, which is your driving training. You have 2 options, so you can do the morning training or the afternoon training. I think morning is 8 o'clock, afternoon is like 1:30, I believe. I did the morning because I wanted to just go ahead and get it over with. So once you schedule your day 2 driver training, then you can also go ahead and they give you the option to go ahead and start taking the modules for day 2. So there's day 1 modules, and then there's additional modules for day 2. But again, they are pretty repetitive. It's mostly the same information, maybe a little bit more in detail. Like, it goes into like safety and security, keeping the van secure, keeping yourself safe, just by, you know, monitoring your surroundings and whatnot, and what to do in instances where, you know, your vehicle is stolen or you have a package stolen, or any situation that comes up where you have to like either call dispatch or call the police even. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I feel like this job in general, and now that I've gone out, so like yesterday I had my ride along. Now that I've gone out and done that, this job is going to be really good for someone who is like really good at self-learning. If you're the type of person that needs someone like hovering over you, not that you're not going to have support, because you will have support, you will have dispatch, and they are more than happy to assist you. Like, if you want to call them, like, you know, when you're having issues, then they're there, right? That's what they're there for. But at the same time, you know, you want to be able, I feel like you want to be able, or at least I want to be able to like solve my own problems. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to constantly be on the phone, because if you're constantly on the phone calling dispatch, then you're gonna like be slowing yourself down, right? Just keep that in mind. But they're there, you know, if you need them. But again, that's why I say, if you're the type of person who is good with problem solving, good with, you know, doing things on your own and figuring things out on your own, then you're definitely gonna succeed at this job. I'll go ahead and talk about day 2 because it is super short. So here's the thing. Day 2, you have those modules again, and I want to say maybe there's like probably another 15 or so modules, because there's, like I said, there's individual videos inside of each module that you have to go through. So probably like another half day, like another 4 or 5 hours worth of modules that you have to get through. And the same kind of thing where you're taking quizzes, and then you have the big final at the end. And the final for day 2 actually kind of covers material for both day 1 and day 2. But the driver training part, I was a little bit surprised, to be honest with you. One, because I guess I've never driven any like work vehicle, so I've never had to do a training like this. But driver training for Amazon is very quick. And by very quick, I mean like literally 5 minutes. I did the early morning appointment, right? So the training is at one of the malls, local malls here in Durham. And so I went to the mall, showed up, and I got into the van with my trainer, and they were like, okay, do this maneuver. They just had, I want to say I did like maybe 3 or 4 maneuvers, like maybe 5, or I don't know, unless I was doing something where I didn't realize what I was doing. But it seemed pretty quick and simple to me. Like, I know I did the front the forward serpentine, where you're like swerving in between the cones, and like driving like around a pole, backing, I forgot what they call it. They have different names for them, but like backing up, but like in the opposite like parking space or whatever. But yeah, it literally was like 5-6 minutes, seriously. And my trainer told me I passed, and then they gave me like a little goodie bag, which was my, where is it? I'm gonna show you. I showed you in my other video, but this was my goodie bag. So I got this lunchbox, and I actually like the lunchbox. It's really big, has a big like inside. So I got this water bottle, I got a mask, a black mask, and a rain poncho. That's what was in there. And then when I talked to my my trainer that was training me for my ride along yesterday, she was like, girl, there's so much other stuff that they were supposed to put in there, but I can get that stuff from the owner. Like when I go in the next time, I'll ask for different little things. They give you a bunch of stuff actually, or at least they have a bunch of stuff available. She said maybe whoever packed my little lunch kit was just slacking that day. But yeah, this is the lunch kit. It has 2 pockets on the side. This one right here, and then one right here, and then this big open space right here where you can put your stuff at, because a lot of the places where we deliver, like when we went out yesterday, we were in a very rural area, so there wasn't like a lot of choices in terms of food or even to use the bathroom, which I'll get into more when I do my ride along video. But you're definitely gonna want to take snacks and, you know, water, drinks, or Gatorade or whatever it is that you're wanting to take. So yeah, that's my little goodie bag. Oh, and it has a little pocket right here as well for you to put different stuff in, I guess keys or whatever. So that was my driver training, okay? And then, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Like you passed, and that was it. I just wait for further instructions from the owner. And he called me, or no, he texted me actually Sunday night. So yeah, Sunday night after we got back in from Trap Campus, he actually sent me a text message asking me if I could come in the following morning to sign the paperwork and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get into that and the rest of day, which technically is day 3 training, which was my ride along. You get 1 day to ride along, and then you're out on the road by yourself. But I'm gonna do that all in a separate video because there's just so much to cover. That is it. That is day 1 and day 2 of training. So again, day 1, you're at home doing modules and things, like 15 or so different modules. And then day 2, you have more modules to go through, maybe a half a day of modules, and then a really quick driving test, right? That's it. That's it for day 1 and 2. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any like further questions, or if there's anything about day 1 or day 2 that you want me to go into more detail about, and I'll be happy to answer those. So stay tuned for the 3rd video. Peace out.